Hi, I'm Katie. I'm Biddy. And today we're going to be learning about anatomy, the anatomy of the heart. Andreas Vesalius, a Belgian scientist, helped discover the four chambers of the heart. In the 1500s, he discovered and dissected human bodies. People needed to know more about anatomy because they were learning untrue facts. So this is what our project is about. Let's go see it! This is our Renaissance project. I'm Solomon. I'm Katie. I'm Kitty.
And I'm Ashley.
Before the time of Andreas Vesalius, people followed Galen's work for their health. But unlike Galen, Andreas Vesalius instead dissected dead humans to find out their different problems, and he found the four chambers of the heart, where Galen instead used animals, which was different than human bodies. Now the 1500s, and people are using dead bodies because of Andreas Vesalius to learn more about anatomy. Because of these new discoveries, the quality of life is being impacted, and these people are learning to be healthier, and they can now live longer lives. Because of our invention, young people can now learn about the anatomy and also live healthier lives.
During the Renaissance, art was becoming more realistic because people were thinking about life in the present rather than life after death. So art was becoming less religious, and so was technology, because of the newfound thought of humanism. Humanism based teachings on individuals living now rather than life after death. Therefore, technology was now being used to help present-day situations, such as experimenting, which is also our invention. Our invention helps with learning about anatomy and science.
So for our project, we started off with our idea, which was to make a project that was interactive with children who could put puzzles together and just learn about the body itself and the anatomy inside. After we came up with our project, we decided to go into the iLab. We started designing it, and we built our first prototype, which was less strong, less pretty than we wanted it to be. So we tested it out, saw what we needed to fix, and then we analyzed it and just started to make a new one, which turned out to be a lot stronger. We used different materials such as wood, and it all turned out a lot better with the puzzles and everything we wanted it to be.
For the next prototype, the second prototype, we advanced and made the box. We made a box to outline the glass piece, which was made out of wood, which also required nailing it together. After it was all nailed together and put together, we painted it with white paint and also drew names on it to make the appearance better. After, we drew the human body outline with Sharpie again, but a better version to make it look more realistic. And also, instead of just placing pieces onto the glass, we had a puzzle. We made it more like a puzzle, and we had slots to put them in. I'm thinking that we can have.
How big do you think it's gonna make it?
Like wire here.
I think we should make it like
Bigger?
a little bit bigger. Yeah.
No, that hard. Like flex. It's the open is a little stuck. Don't try to with fire. Just step on it. I'm not gonna touch it. It's my shoe. Ashley, how's painting going?
Painting's great!
Salome, how's the cutting of our heart?
It's great. Love it.
So Ashley, we also paint these because we have a new idea.
Sure!
Thanks!
Scalpel to cut the outside of this heart that I drew, and we're gonna Velcro it to our bodies so we can use it to make like a puzzle thing.
I'm opening the Sugru, which is a sticky material that allows you to place something and it will keep it there
technically forever. It's really strong. So right now I'm going to mold the Suguru, and I'm going to put it on this right there, on that lung. So when kids are coming to the Renaissance Fair, they can just pick it up and pick up the lungs easily. So this is our first prototype, and we made it out of like a lucite glass, and we drew like a person on it. So our project is technically like we have this, and then we have these organs with clips, and during the Renaissance project we're gonna have kids clip them where they think they're supposed to go, and so that's what like the original thought was.
So this creates like an interactive game that all the kids in the Renaissance Fair would be playing with, and instead of just making a prototype that you look at, you actually learn
And made it more hands-on.
Yeah, you make them more like hands-on and more of a learning experience.
So the thing with this box,
Oh, the box embodies the torso and also where you put the organs in.
In our second prototype, we plan to make it more sturdy and have facts on the organs so that it's more interactive and the kids can even learn more.
You could also label parts of the organs, like the hearts.
the hearts,
heart.
and like
The heart.
the
And the
aorta and all that, and like the chambers. So we plan to make it even better, but this is our first prototype.
Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm gluing the wood pieces together using wood Gorilla Glue, and what these pieces are going to be is the bottom structure for the box.
While we're doing showing what we did.
This is our second and final prototype. We made it a lot bigger and sturdier so that when the kids go and interact with it, it would be a lot easier for them to pick up the different objects so they could see all the different facts that we now have written on them.
Our coffin shows that the Renaissance really influenced science and anatomy, because now when people died, scientists were using their bodies to learn more and more about science and anatomy. Therefore, people weren't just learning when people were alive, but they were also learning about things when people were dead.
We also decided to put our person on top of a wood box that we call like a coffin, and we think it's important that we use wood instead of any other material, because in the Renaissance they also learned how to cut wood and how to design with it, so we thought that that was a good representation.